Hello guys, and welcome to the next part in 1918 Brother Against Brother, our playthrough. And we have now reached the month of April, and you can see we have a symbol here. This symbolizes that the Germans are entering the game in this turn. So this will be a real game changer. I just looked at the situation, and I honestly don't really see how the Reds can withstand the next month without losing maybe even rest of the strategic towns. I'm not sure. Maybe there's some things that might happen still in the cards or something that I don't know of. But just looking at the map and the forces and the reinforcements that will come in this turn, I can't see any way for the Reds to hold out, to be honest. But let's see. And also, if you remember, I'm playing with the historical variant rules, which tips the balance even more to the white side, since the Germans will be, instead of 6 units, which is the normal reinforcements they will get 10 units. They will always get column shift to the right when the Germans are involved in a battle. And if they're attacking, they even get +2 on their attack roll as well. So they will very often attack on very high columns and get very high results in battle. So they're just gonna wear down the red defenses everywhere. I'm sure of that. But anyway, let's see how it goes. We cannot say for sure before we have played it, right? So anyway, so just a short recap from the March turn, which should have been the last chance for the Reds to do a breakthrough. Because the thing is also, the Reds, I mean, the offensive phase in their war is over, because they have lost all their armor trains, and the armor trains are really the key for the Reds to be able to go on the offensive. They simply don't have the power to do it with the regular Red Guard units. They're just too weak, and they also, if you go on the offensive, you always roll on a bit less efficient table than a defender. The white player also has a +1 always since March, so there's no chance the Reds can do a successful offensive, not with the forces they have. And the reinforcements they get is getting lesser and lesser. They had this peak in, I think it was February, which is a really I mean, you get loads of Red Guard units during that month, but even then it was difficult. And the penalty to attack through the roads and all that, it's still valid for the red player. For the white player, it's not that much, because as soon as they have Germans or Jaegers involved in a battle, they don't get that penalty. So it's just too hard for the Reds. And we also have this card in the white hand still. Remember the Laurelas. It's the father and 2 sons of the Laurela family that are actually giving a +2 defense roll in addition to any other modifiers for the white player. So yeah, looks a bit dark for the red player. But anyway, I have shuffled in the April cards, and there's one special rule here. If you look at the reinforcements list for the white player in April, they will get 3 Jaeger units. You can start here, actually. They will get civil guards 3 times the number of strategic towns. We have 2 of them right now, so we get 6 civil guards. And then here's the key point, you could say. Always include the card German units land in Finland in the hand this month. So I have dealt the deck or the hand for the white player, and also included this as an optional card. They can, instead of rolling the fate die, they can choose to play this, which is the German units land in Finland card. But first of all, we're gonna put out reinforcements. By the way, there are no guys out of supply that needs to flip, I mean, from full strength to half strength this turn. Oh, there's one thing I want to mention before we start the turn as well. And it's the end of the game statesman here. So the midsection here might be the key thing for this turn, because as I said, I think that we will not go to May actually, because this says the game ends and the white player wins if they control 4 strategic towns at the end of any of the red player's turn. At the end of any of the red player's turns by the end of April. Okay. Wait a minute. What does it say? The game ends and the white player wins the game if they control 4 strategic towns. So far, no problems. At the end of any of the red player's turns by the end of April. That's a bit confusing me, because, I mean, is it after any card play, or is it only at the end of April we'll check that? Not sure, to be honest, but I think I want to play it as I will check at the end of April. I mean, if the, the white player controls 4 strategic towns when April is done, they win. I'm gonna play it like that. Maybe it's not intended as that, but it's a bit. I'm not. It's not super clearly written there. Okay, so for the reinforcement then, so we have 3 Jaegers. I'm gonna place them all, or they will be formed in Vasa. Remember, we only have 2 towns where we can form these units. It's Vasa or Oulu, which is 2-way off from the front. So I'm gonna form these guys in Vasa. We have 6 units of white guards. We're gonna get 3 per strategic town, and we have 2 of them. And these needs to deploy on the northern side of the initial front in supply. Now, we could think of some strategies here from the both sides actually. So the red player, as I said, there's no offensive that will happen anymore. So what we need to do as a red player is just maximize the defense of our strategic towns. I mean, we need to hold at least 2 of them if we want the game to continue into May, right? So 2 of them we need to prioritize, but of course holding all 3 would be good, which is not going to be possible, I think. But I mean, places like these are no more important because we're not going to go on an attack. And the red player is really, I mean, here's a full stack that's out in the Åland Islands, so that's a bit crazy. A lot of strength over there for no good, and it takes too long to put them inland because these are roads. So it costs 2 movement points, you know, and these guys only have 3, so they can get 1 area per turn, basically. So yeah, so I don't know. For the white player then, I think the Germans will take Helsinki probably this turn. And since we have 10 units, we can, I mean, this is a division of Germans. So we can kind of divide them into 2 groups, let's say 2 brigades. And we could, I see 2 options. We take Helsinki and we, with 1 brigade, and the other brigade would march towards Tampere to help the whites capturing that. Or we could actually put 1 brigade over to Viipuri and take that instead. Because we might take Tampere with the Jaegers and the whites if we put a lot of white troops over there. Yeah, I think we might do that and concentrate the Germans on Viipuri and Helsinki. Let's do that. So I'm gonna put pretty much all of my white reinforcements. I'm gonna put some guys here as some reserve. I'm gonna put a full stack here. I want to open up an attack lane from the west as well. Historically, the whites, I mean, we are now in April. I think in the beginning of April, they were already fighting in the streets of Tampere. So in that sense, the Reds have actually fared a bit better than in history, because by this time, as I said, there was already fighting in Tampere, and as well, they attacked from pretty much all three directions. They had troops from the west, from the east, and even from the south. So they have put some troops, here, just to hinder basically the Reds from reinforcing Tampere, and also hindering the Reds in Tampere to break out. So they were managed to hold here. The Red did some attempts to break through the line from the south, but they didn't manage to do it. So Tampere was really, surrounded completely at when we come to April. So that's what I want to do as well. So I want to start attacking here. So I'm going to put also a full stack here. The bad thing is, though, maybe we should leave room for one Jäger here so we don't get the road penalty. Would we get here 1, 2, 3, 4? Yes, if we put one Jäger here, he will get here in one turn. So let's do that. And we free up this guy to be somewhere else. Maybe... we could reinforce a bit here. I think the Germans will be enough to break the defenses there, but I mean, it might be cool to do attack with the Germans with some help from some Finns here. So let's do that. So this was the white reinforcement. So let's go to the red side. So they have 6 units. As I said, we need to reinforce our strategic cities. So I'm gonna full stack all the cities first of all. I still have room here. Yes, that's a fortification. So I'm gonna put one here and also one in Viipuri. So we have 3 units to still add here. So let's put one in Kämär. We're gonna put in as much as we can here. Let's see, these guys, I think I will try to retreat towards Tampere from Pori. I'm gonna abandon that, I believe, to get some and the maximum of amount of reserves over there. So I'm not gonna put that much reinforcements here. Instead, I'm gonna reinforce around Helsinki. So I'll put 2 guard units in Hyvinkää. So that's it. So we have a line here, we have a kind of weaker line here, and we are strengthening ourselves before the Germans attack towards the capital. Okay, so now we're ready for the first round, and we will play, the white player starts. So I will of course bring in the Germans as soon as possible. So we're gonna play one card, and it's this one, and let's read it out. So German units land in Finland. This is a card that we need to discard permanently after play. It's an efficient card for action points as well, but of course we need to bring in these Germans. So let's see. Place 6 German units. Okay, we're gonna bring 10 since we played with the historical rules. So place 10 German units on the Gulf of Finland. This is the Gulf of Finland down here, so we're gonna place the 10 units here. Units in Gulf of Finland can land in any town with an anchor symbol. So basically from Uusikaupunki all the way Hanko, Porvoo, and even to Hamina. Okay, they can land there. The landing does not use movement points, and these units may move normally after landing. So it doesn't cost anything to land, and they still have the full 4 movement points to move after that. This is amazing. They may also attack towns with anchor symbols from the sea, so we can do also naval landings. I wonder though how stacking would work with that. I mean, I think I can't like kind of attack with all 10 units towards Helsinki, if you see what I mean. So I'm gonna treat this as, you know, every anchor or every port with an anchor symbol can be attacked by 3 units, like there was some town outside of it, kind of, or an area outside of it, because it's just crazy if you can attack with 50 points against Helsinki, right? Okay, so they may also attack towns with an anchor symbol from the sea. If some German units remain on the Gulf of Finland, their activation in the following turns will cost 1 action point. After this turn, German units ashore must be activated normally. And the historical note says, Germany supported the Finnish Whites in order to open a new front against Russia as part of the World War I. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, we have the discard pile over here. So basically we don't need to land with everybody. We can keep them here and then we activate them as normally, as the Gulf of Finland would be kind of a one area connected to all the port towns. But I think I'm gonna land them, and I think I'm gonna already start attacking, trying to wear down the red defenses here, even though it might cost us a bit, but maybe we can take some help from some of these guys down here to also absorb some losses. So as I said, I will actually divide these guys into 2 brigades. The first brigade will be the ones who attack Helsinki. So I will land 2 units here. I'm gonna land 2 units in Porvoo, so 2 units in Hanko, 2 in Porvoo, and have 1 more. And these guys will land in Loviisa. Second brigade, they will all land in Hamina, but 3 will move on to Simola up here, and 2 will remain in Hamina. So all these guys, we want to move these guys as well, so I'm going to go 1, 2. That's it. So we have loads of Germans in the pretty much the whole southern part of Finland. You know, I was also looking at, you know, if we would, for instance, land in Turku, I could have reached Tampere already this turn, right? I could have gone 1, 2, and we could actually attack Tampere already. That's pretty crazy, but I count on the Jägers and the Finns to take Tampere eventually anyway. So, battle then. I'm gonna actually do some battle here already. I'm gonna make sure this road, southern road, is open for us. I'm gonna attack here with these 2 units. So that's 10 against 2. The Germans will get that shift, so it's on the 11, and they also get, if there's an attack, they will get +2. And the Reds defend with 2. Okay, so this will be a 5 on the 11. That's 4 hits, so we of course kill these guys. The red player poorly rolled a 1, so there's no hits on the Germans. I could advance here. I think I need to do that if I want to take control of it. By the way, Germans are always in supply, so we don't need to worry about having any supply lines at the end of the turn. They are having their own intrinsic supplies with them, so I guess they have supply ships all the way here. So we don't, for that reason, we don't need to take control of Kotka. And I think I will not do that. I will leave the 2 units over here. So I'm just going to put the control marker so we remember it's still in the red hands. So if we would attack Viipuri now, what would we get? We will get 15 in the attack, shift to 17. So on the max table and +2. We have a good chance to kill all the defenders in Viipuri. But they will defend with 6. So pretty good. They can also inflict some serious damage on the Germans, but I think we're gonna do it because we can take the losses and then fill up with the reserves of the brigade that are located in Hamina. So I'm gonna attack. So what did I say then? Plus max table +2, and the reds defend on the 6 table, on the 6 column. Both rolled pretty poorly, but this is modified to a 3. So let's see what we have here. A 3 would be 5 hits on the reds, so that would be 2 units lost and 1 actually flipped. A 1 on the 6 table is 1 loss on the Germans. Well, this goes really good for the Germans. Now, since we got at least 2 more hit points on the defender here in the strategic town, they need to retreat. And as you can see, it's full stacks over here, so they actually die. They don't have anywhere to retreat. And the white or the German player can actually take this town now, and I will do that with these 2. I will leave 1 unit there and take it with 2. Yeah, that's enough. So now we have 3 strategic towns as the white player, and I'm not even done yet, because we're gonna see if we can attack Helsinki as well. We would have 10 points against 6, but they have this fortification. Let's see what the fortification did now. Here we go. If a player is attacking against a field fortification, the attacker receives a -1 column shift and the defender receives a +1 column shift. So this will be costly. So let's see, I have 10. I get 1 because I'm German, but I get down to 10 again because they have fortifications. But I still got the +2 on my roll. Yeah. The red player has 6 in defense, but they also get the shift because they are defending. So they will probably inflict some serious hits on us as well. This will be a kind of an exchange. And the red player can bring in reinforcements during their turn, I guess. We have reserves for the German player as well, but we could wait 1 turn, you know, just to also get some help from the Finns here that could absorb some losses. Maybe we should wait, but what I could do is attack from here up to here with 10 against 4. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hinder those guys from bringing in so many reinforcements eventually. So I'm going to do that attack. So that would be 10 points against 4 points. We're going to shift and have +2 on the table, and the defender have 4. Oh, okay. That was bloody. So 10 on this table we have 4 hits, meaning we eliminate these red guards. But the reds did fight pretty well there, so they have 4 in defense, roll the maximum, that's 4 hits. So they actually managed to defend really good against the Germans. They got eliminated by that attack, actually. Well, that was pretty amazing. What a defense. Okay, but that's how it is. So a costly attack up here from Porvo against Hyvinkää. Those guys were really heavily defending there. But on the other hand, now the Reds don't have that much of reserves to bring in anymore, and we have more Germans we can bring in the attack over here eventually, with the help with some Finnish civil guards. Okay, I think that was the turn then, because I will not attack from here. It will be 5 against 3. I mean, we could harass for even more of these reinforcements, but on the other hand, I need probably these guys to in the Helsinki attack eventually. So by that, I'm done. So then we're gonna see what the red player has to play. That's an A, B, or C. Let's see what we have. Okay, so we have 3 April cards coming up. So let's see them one at a time. So here we have something called Russian troops defend St. Petersburg. This card may be placed as an event if the white player controls Rautu or Camera. Hold on. It's here, Rautu or Camera. And the white player actually controls Rautu. Place 3 fully manned red guards in Russia and activate them. They may only move to or attack Rautu or Camera this turn. When the turn ends, any of these units are not in Finland are removed from the game. Okay, so I could place 3 red guards here. They can only move or attack here at this turn, or this when they enter the conflict, so to speak, right? So, and here's the full stack, so we need them to attack Rautu. So my chances to taking back Viipuri is minimal, so I don't really know if it makes sense to fill up troops here. The only thing is that we would need, if we do that, we might keep some German units here. I mean, so they don't, so we don't get the red counterattack and take back Viipuri eventually. Another concern for the red player now is we have a full stack over here that are isolated now. They don't have supply, so if the turn ends and we continue to May, all 3 guys will get flipped. That's a problem as well. Okay, that was the first card. The second card's event is Red's repair an armored train. Make 1 partially manned train fully manned again. Okay, we don't have any red trains anymore, so we can only play these for the action points. Then we have another card saying female red guard fighters. Add 1 partially manned red guard to any red town. All units that are in that town are activated and get a +1 on the attack roll. Okay, so we could place a half strength unit anywhere, activate that, and do attack with a +1. So if we would put it here, for instance, in Lahti, we could try to wear down these Germans here. We could get 4 in the attack and a +1 on the roll. But I think there might be some minus from no, it doesn't really say. So we get +1 on the 4 table. That would give me no, sorry, we are here. It doesn't guarantee us a hit, and only if we roll a 4 we will hit the Germans, because they will take the first hit from these civil guards, and they will defend with 6, and they will get a +2 on their roll. No, it's only on the attack, but they will get the shift, so it will actually go here, and they will probably kill us all. Then that's a bit no, I don't think so. So question is then, what can we do? We could, of course, put it here, activate the stack, move them here, because I think I can move. Add 1 partially manned red guard to any red town. All units in that town are activated and get the 1 on their attack roll. So we could go here, then get here, attack this the civil guard in Porvoo with a +1, because that would eliminate one of the whites that, you know, are okay, it's an attack through a road. That sucks. That will get us -2, so it's a -1 net, because we got the +1 from the female red guard inspiration there. So we will get 4 in the attack, -1. Ah, that's not the good one. Even though the whites will have a hard time to hit us as well, but still, it's not really worth it. So maybe I then play this. I'm not sure. If we'll play the reinforcements from Russia, that will be 6 against 2 attacking here. Because they could attack from Russia as well. And they could reside here for the turn, but as the turn ends, they need to be in Finland if they're going to continue being in the game. Otherwise, I would play maybe this for the action points. We could, as I said, try to retreat back towards Tampere with 1. We could start moving these guys towards the mainland. I'm not sure if they will get the time to have any impact in the fighting, but maybe they would if we defend well here. And then for the third thing, we could try for a breakout here. 6 against 5 and a lot of minus and stuff, right? But still, we might hit some Germans. That's always good. Because I guess they will never be flipped back to the full strength. So I'm going to roll for it. So 1, 2, 3, I go for the reinforcements from Russia. 4, 5, 6, I will go for the action points for this card. And that's a 4, so we'll do that. So we play this one for the action points. So I'm going to activate 3 stacks. I'm going to try a breakout. I'm going to try to bring back some reinforcements from here, and I will activate the guys in these islands to get them into mainland. So here, first of all, I will move. I'll leave 1 point just to be annoying, and then go 1, 2 points to Karkku. So I'll leave a small detachment in Pori just to hold off the whites for a while, so they don't just can march behind our back. These guys will take the 1 step towards the inland. They sadly cannot move anymore. And these guys then, they will do a suicide attack, try to break out from Lappeenranta towards Simola. So we have 6 points in the attack. The Germans have 5. That will be, which will be a column shift here. And let's see, starting from March, the white player get +1 on every die roll. If a German participates in attack, this rule does not apply. Okay, so I also got the 1 on the. We could actually play this one as well. Even though it's weird because it's Germans, but still the Laurelas defend. I'm gonna play this as well as a white player. Why not? We're gonna hinder these guys from breaking out. So I'm gonna get +2 on the roll and +1 from that rule. So I have +3 on the roll. Okay, so the white rolled therefore a 6. And the red a 5, not a bad roll by the reds anyway. But I'm gonna just check if there's any other penalties for the red player. I don't think so. Let's see if this says anything. If any, okay, so road. This is a railroad attack, so no problem there. White player defending. Hold on. If the white player is defending or attacking with German units, the red player subtracts 2 from their die result. Oh my, I missed that one. So this one goes to a 3 actually then. Okay, that sucks. If the white player is defending with German units, if the white player defending with German units, the red player receives a column shift as well. Oh my, okay, that's then, we are down here then, and we rolled a 3. Oh crap. I mean, this is so bloody. The Germans are such better quality, so it's a suicide to attack them, but still we rolled a 3, so we did actually inflict a hit on the whites. That's pretty amazing, but I guess we're gonna drop dead as the red player now. So they had 5, so it's modified to that one. And they have +3 on the roll, so it's a 6. It's 4 hits. So 2 of these guys just vanish. But still, we managed to do some damage on those guys. And we're going to see if the white player still can keep this card. If they roll a 1 or 2, remove this card from the game. No, it's still in the white hand, actually. Amazing. Okay, so that's the result of that. And by that, I think we're done because we don't gonna attack anywhere here. No, that's it. So you're gonna replace the card here, and then, oh, that was one card play, by the way. And then we go to the white player. C, D, or E for the whites. Let's see what we have. Okay, first of all, an April card. Competent battlefield medicine reduces casualties. Make 2 partially manned civil guards fully manned. Interesting. This is only civil guards, so no Germans. But we could flip these guys. I'm gonna do that. Oh, sorry, I have not played the card yet. Let's see the other one first, but I got very tempted by this already. Let's see what we have here as well. First Lieutenant von Sedwitz attack. Activate units in 1 town. These units get +1 to the attack roll. And a column shift, okay. Attack led by Major Calm. Activate units in 1 or 2 towns. On this turn, these attacks gets a column shift. Okay, a lot of these column shift things. Okay, so hold on. Let's see what we want to do. I was a bit trigger happy to flip these guys back, but then I won't be able to activate anything, I believe. No. So that's a bad thing. I think I want to activate some units instead this turn. So maybe I'm gonna play this card as action points. So I'm gonna activate 3 stacks. I'm gonna activate the Jägers. I'm gonna let's see now. Let's see now, what do I want to do? Should I start with Tampere, the attacks on Tampere right now or not? I think I might wait a bit with that. And instead, let's see if we can attack Helsinki once again. That will be these guys. And I think I can bring these guys over to Helsinki as well. So I activate this stack, I will activate this stack. They will go 1, 2, hold on. That's roads. I can't get to there. Okay, then I will not activate those guys. I will activate instead this stack. So they go 2 points over here. So what would this bring me in the attack then? Oh, I'm gonna move these guys as well. Let's see now. 1, 2. Yeah, one I'm gonna move here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these guys go 1, 2, 3, 4. They're moving by rail all the way. So now I'm starting to get ready for some serious attacks. So here then. So I'm gonna remember these guys are not activated, but this stack is. So I would have an attack 5, 10, 15, 16 points in the attack. No, actually 17 points. One of these are with me. So 17 points in the attack. That's the highest. I don't even need to do the column shifts, but I will get +2 in the modifiers. These guys would have 6. They will defend on the 7 to 8 table because they are in field fortifications. I'm just gonna check if you have anything else there. Is railroad attacks. If white players defend or attacking with Germans, yes, I get +2. I know that. Only column shift for the no plus or minus. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna attack on the max table as the white player, and we are defending on the 7 to 8 as the red player. He's gonna get bloody. Okay, so we're gonna add 2 to the die roll here, and bad roll by the reds. So 4 on this one is 6 points, meaning we eliminate defenses in Helsinki. All of them, actually. And then a 1 on the 7 to 8 table is 2 hits. So I'm gonna just remove the 2 civil guard units I had in the attack for the 2 step losses. And then this is destroyed now because we got it. And let's see now. You can keep these guys here, but these 2 units advance into Helsinki. So that's now occupied by the Germans. As you can see there, this is in red control, yes. So as you can see, it's very difficult for the red to do anything right now. I mean, they're probably going to lose Tampere as well next turn. I mean, we can now start sending up some Germans here. Just this is crazy. I don't know. Okay, so the white player is done because I will not do any attacks. That will be an 8-point attack with these guys against 6 in Tampere. It's not worth it, even though I would get the +1 on my roll. No, I'm gonna wait a bit till I get a more efficient attack coming in. But well, the red player, if they're gonna have a chance now, they need to take back one of these towns. I can't see that they can do it in Helsinki. They have a minimal chance to do it over in Viipuri, to be honest. But maybe that's anyway the place where they could do it. So let's see. Let's roll. By the way, that was another card play. We played 2 cards now, yes. So let's also do this and then roll. Okay, that would be the card in slot C or lowest action points. So we have only 2 cards up, so it needs to be one of these 2. So we could the female fighter thing. We don't have room here, no. We could of course add the female fighter over here, because it doesn't say that it must be in supply, I believe. Add 1 partially manned red guard to any red town. All units in that town will get an +1 of the attack roll. So we could get 3 points over here. But we get the column... no, sorry, you get... White players defending with German units. Red player receives a column shift. Yes. And subtract 2 from the roll. So no, that will not be... We cannot do that. That's for sure. So if we play the Russian troops defend St. Petersburg. This card may only be played on an event as if the whites are controlling Rautu. They do. Place 3 fully manned red guards in Russia and activate them. They may only move or attack Rautu Camera this turn. When the turn ends, any of these units that are not in Finland removed from the game. So the historical note says the troops of the Bolshevik government in Russia supported the Red Guards far less than the Red Guards had hoped. However, the Russians were active near the Finnish-Russian border to protect St. Petersburg. So that's over there. So I'm going to play this for the event. This is an asterisk, so we're going to remove it. And then we can place 3 fully manned in Russia. These guys were activated, I believe. And activate them, yes. So I'm going to actually attack here now. Try to break out here and then put some pressure on Viipuri eventually, even though the chances are not too good. So you have 6 in the attack against 2. The modifiers, it's railroad, so no penalty there. The whites will play the Laurila card, so they're going to get +2, and they got +1 here, so +3 on the white roll. And they defend on that 2. The reds are rolling really bad now, like a bad omen for things to come, really. So the red player with 6 points rolled a 1. That's actually a miss. We didn't really inflict any hits there. The white player with 2 in defense rolled a 6. That's 2 hits. So a full one of these guards are eliminated. Then we're going to check if this card is still in the red hand, or the white hand, sorry. Yeah, it's this. Crazy. So we're going to keep this. And I can't imagine a worse thing to happen than this. They didn't really even have a chance to, not even 1 hit on those guys. Oh my. White player, let's bring down that one and see what the fate dice is. They also got the C card or lowest action points. It would be one of these 2. Competent, okay, this is the one that we could flip some civil guards. And this is the set with 1. Activate units in 1 town. These units will get +1 on the attack roll. And 1 column shift. So maybe this could be the way to retake Tampere. We could also, another thing I was thinking of, if we play these for action points, we could activate here, here and here and attack towards Tampere from, and also their supporting troops in Karku. And we will not get the road penalty since we brought the Jäger over here, right? So even though these are not having a Jäger, but they're participating in the same attack as a Jäger unit, they can ignore the road penalty. So here we will get 9 points. Get up to this table. And a +1 on the roll. I think I'm going to do that. So let's play this for the action points then. And activate here, here, and here. No movement, we're just gonna attack. So here we got, let's see, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 points. 14 points, and the red player has 5 in the defense here. So 14 against 5. And the white player has a 1 on their roll. +1. Okay, that's interesting. You're gonna see some blood now. So 14. 5 hit points on the red stack. That's exactly the amount of hits they have. So we're gonna wipe out this stack. But they will defend good. So what did I say? 5 points in defense. Maximum hit is 4 points on the whites, but they don't need to take hits on the Jäger since there's no asterisk on this column. So I'm gonna just 4 hits. That's 2 units to eliminate. So let's eliminate those 2. And we remove this stack. And since it's totally abandoned, this place now, we can advance. And these guys will advance, and also these guys. Keep a one of these here. So now we're also threatening Tampere from the west, as you can see. But we're gonna attack here as well. So I have 9 points against 6 points. I know this is gonna cost the white player a lot, but they can afford attrition here now. And they have +1 on a roll. So 9 against 6. And the red continues to roll badly, even though they rolled a 6 last time, of course. But this will be a 4. So let's see. 9 points and a 4 is 3 points of damage to the red player. So you're gonna flip 1 and remove 1. And they had 6 points and rolled a 1. That's 1 hit point on the whites, so they're just gonna remove this already damaged civil guard. So red player has now 3 points left in Tampere. And that's it. As you can see, we can see where this will go pretty soon. Okay. It's a red turn. That's an event card, any event card or lowest activation number. Since we only have 1 card up, we're gonna flip 1. Let's just take slot A then. So what's here? So we have the female fighters, we know that right now, but the new card here says worker sports associations form military units. Place 1 fully manned red guard in any red town with a supply line. So we could put this one in Tampere. We can no longer put guys over here, really. We need to yeah, it needs to be somewhere here, pretty much in that case. And there's no activations here, so we can only put it there for yeah, okay. So if we play the women's company over here, that would give us 4 points and a +1 on the attack. But you know, it's just too strong. We would just kill ourselves with that movement. So I'm gonna this is hard. I fear Tampere will fall if I don't reinforce it right now. So I'm gonna actually... I need to play this one for the event. Worker sports associations for military units. Place 1 fully manned red guard in any red town in a supply line. So the historical note says, some worker sports associations formed companies out of their members and sent them to the front. Not many companies were formed, but they were often among the best of the red side. Yeah, they would call these, for instance, Yuru, they were called A companies by the red side, because just, you know, A-class companies. So this is one of them. So we're gonna form that company now and buy on some sport associations up in Tampere. So we're gonna get a fully manned over here. So we're back in for not full strength, but 5 at least in defense there. The bad thing is we cannot do anything about the Viipuri situation. We need to somehow get that back before the end of April, which looks hard to do right now. But yeah, we also need to defend Tampere, so that's also a priority. So we do that. Okay, then go to the red side. So let's play another card and roll the die. A or B. Okay, so here we have something. Red guards flee Germans. Flee the Germans. Select a town that has German units next to it and is not a strategic town. Permanently remove the red guards in this town from the game. You may not remove an armored train. If the town is now empty, adjacent German units may advance into the town. And you know what? This is pretty good. I might play it as well. The other thing is successful change of strategy. Put this card into the reshuffle deck, draw the top 2 cards on the draw deck and play one of them immediately. Put the other one in the reshuffle deck. Okay. But thing is, I might want to attack again. So we'll play it for the action points. I could play the red guards, feed the Germans. I mean here. I mean I have Germans in Vipoli, so these guys I could just remove this stack. And then, well, we could even advance here to make it's even harder for these guys to enter the game again. So and then next turn maybe continue with the attacks here. Okay, they might get a chance to fill up with some troops here, but we could follow up with Germans in that case. I think I'll do that. So I'm gonna play this as the event. The Red Guards feed the Germans. So the historical note says the Red Guards did not want to engage a professional army and easily lost their morale when fighting German troops. So I'm gonna play this, remove this stack, and move in 1 German unit here. If the town is now empty, adjacent German units may advance into the town. And this doesn't have an asterisk, so I'm gonna just place it in the discard pile. And then, so that's that. And that was actually, yes, that was that card. So now it's Reds play. C or lowest count, and we only have 1 up, so I'm gonna put up slot A again. So this is trained machine gunner. Activate units in 1 town. These ones get +1 to the attack roll. So we might try to get in these guys as our last chance. We could also add the red guard fighters, but I'm not sure I want to do that right now. So, or I could play for action points and bring in some reinforcements towards Tampere, but you know, still we need to take back 1 town. That's the grim truth for the Reds. So maybe I will still play the trained machine gunner and attack here with +1 on my die. Try to get the foothold back in Finland again here from the Russian side. Let's do that. Trained machine gunner it is. So these 2 guards will renew the attack against Rautu with a +1. So we got 4 against 2. We got +1 on the roll here, and we got +1 on the roll here. Actually, we got +3 because of this card. And the Reds roll a 1 once more. And we got 2 for the modifier, and we got a 6 for the modifier over here. So let's see, 4 on the attack. We rolled a 2, no hits. They're rolling really bad. White player, 2 in the defense, maximum hits, 1 of these eliminated, 2 hits. And now check if the Laurela card is still in play. Okay, now it's done, and it's permanently removed. But I mean, this has been in play since February, I think. So this has been one of the big things that made the red attacks really harmless. So Rautu is holding. These guys are just the Russians from St. Petersburg are just wearing themselves down against the machine gun fire on the border here. So crazy. That was it for the red player. And we go to the next white play. A or B? What's his? Jägers lead the attack. Sounds good since we have Jägers close to Tampere. Activate units in 1 or 2 towns. Nice, we could activate here. One of them must be a Jäger unit, and all activated units must attack the same town. Suits me. The units get a +3 on their attack roll. Amazing. But the first damage point they suffer must be allocated by Jäger. Fine. This is in addition to the potential losses marked by an asterisk, sure. So I might do that. +3 is pretty amazing. So, and we will get a good odds thing here. So let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna take Tampere now. So I play this for the event. It's not an asterisk, so we're gonna keep this card in the discard pile. And then I will activate these 2 towns. Since we have Jägers in them, we can attack with +3. And it's railroad all the way, so no other penalties there. I think there would be no penalties anyway because it's Jägers, right? So let's see, 12, 14, 16 points in the attack. Almost the maximum table, but not really. But we have +3 on the roll, so good chance to eliminate the defenders. The defenders, though, have 5 points thanks to the workers' company they formed up in the last minute there before the white final attack on Tampere. Let's see now. So, can you believe it? This red die is there's something wrong with it. So we're gonna add 3 to this roll. That's a maximum 1. So probably know what that means. So we're gonna be on the 16 table, maximum roll, 6 hit points, wipe out the defenders. The reds with a 5 in defense, roll the 1. That's 1 hit point, and it needs to be a Jäger. So I'm gonna just take it from here. These guys advance into Tampere. And one could say this is game over now. Maybe it has been a while already. I mean, how can the Reds react now? They have nothing. Unless there are some really hefty cards coming up here, but I don't believe that. So the red player needs to, you know, take back 2 towns now. And I mean, you can see that their army has just been evaporated here. There's nothing left. Nothing left here to fight with. So one part of me just want to call this a day